Hello, and welcome back. And the first news we have here today is upheavals in Xi's world. There's been recent upheavals in China's top ranks, including the disappearance of Defense Minister Li Shangfu. He was under investigation in a corruption probe into military procurement. The growing unpredictability could affect the confidence other countries place in the leadership of the world's second biggest economy. Some diplomats and analysts are calling for a hard look at the true nature of Xi's regime. But due to a lack of transparency surrounding the changes, various explanations were plausible, and this feeds the crisis of confidence that is growing around China. As Xi is now focusing inward, he's caused concern among foreign diplomats this month by missing a group of G20 summit in India, the first time he has skipped a global leaders gathering in his decades in power. Oh Xi, what are you doing to China? It seems like Xi might be reprehended by the Chinese elders because of his poor management of the whole COVID situation, as well as the handling for all the natural disasters that has been taking place. Looks like Xi has got lots of problems, and it makes sense why the rest of the world is a little bit nervous. Let's hope they get to solve their internal problems quick. Moving on, TikTok fined 345 million euros over children's data privacy. TikTok has been fined 345 million euros or 296 million pounds by Irish regulators for violating children's privacy. The fine was issued by Ireland's Data Protection Commission (DPC) under the EU's General Data Protection Regulation privacy laws. The DPC found that TikTok has not been transparent enough with the children about its privacy settings and raised questions about how their data was processed. The firm has been given 3 months to make its data processing completely comply with GDPR. The fine is the biggest to date that TikTok has received from regulators. TikTok obviously disagreed with the decision and said that the criticisms are focused on features and settings that were in place 3 years ago, and that TikTok has made changes to them well before the investigation even began. So it looks like they were probably collecting data and then they changed their minds. TikTok, what corner did you paint yourself into? The next one's a juicy one. Russell Brand accused of alleged rape and sexual assault. Comedian and actor Russell Brand has been accused of alleged rape, sexual assaults and emotional abuse by 4 women during a 7-year period at the height of his fame. The allegations were made in a joint investigation by Sunday Times, The Times and Channel 4 dispatchers, which are not legal agencies or not the police, but mainstream media doing an investigation. That alone is fishy. Brand has denied the allegations and said his relationship has been always consensual. The investigation is published in the Sunday Times, while the Dispatch's documentary Russell Brand in Plain Sight aired on Channel 4 on Saturday. The allegations relate to the time when Brand was working at the BBC Radio 2, Channel 4 as an actor in Hollywood films. The women who made the allegations have chosen to remain anonymous, and most of them do not know each other. Well, I think that's the biggest red flag when these women have decided to remain anonymous and coming out after 20 years. Maybe if they were to come out and maybe file a police report and let the police do a proper investigation, there might be some credit to this news. But if news stations are just going to pick up and start creating news out of thin air and, I don't know, we can say propaganda, then I really don't know where is the world currently heading towards, unfortunately. Now moving on, Antarctic sea ice at lows, alarming experts. Satellite data shows that the sea ice surrounding Antarctica is at a record low level, measuring less than 17 million square kilometers, which is 1.5 million square kilometers less than the September average and well below previous winter records. This is a worrying new benchmark for a region that once seems resistant to global warming. The ice that floats on the Antarctic Ocean surface acts as a protective sleeve for the ice covering the land and prevents the ocean from heating up. Without its ice cooling the planet, Antarctica could transform Earth's refrigerator into a radiator, experts warn. The impact of shrinking sea ice may become evident as the season transitions to summer, where there's potential for an unstoppable feedback loop of ice melting. As more sea ice disappears, it exposes dark areas of ocean, which absorb sunlight instead of reflecting it, meaning the heat energy is added into the water, which in turn melts more ice. Scientists call this the ice albedo effect. This could add a lot more heat to the planet, disrupting Antarctica's usual role as the regulator of global temperatures. This looks like a very worrying trend. Unfortunately, there's nothing anyone is going to do about it because there's nothing any individual can do about it. So let's just pray Earth figures this out faster than we do. Now the last article of the day, Hong Kong Central Bank warns crypto firms. The Hong Kong Monetary Authority (HKMA) has warned that crypto businesses using banking terms may be violating the region's banking laws. The central bank stated that such usage could mislead the public into thinking these firms are authorized banks in Hong Kong. Under the banking laws, only licensed institutions are allowed to engage in banking or deposit-taking activities in the region. The HKMA specifically mentioned that firms describing themselves as crypto banks, digital asset banks, or crypto asset banks, or claim to offer banking services or accounts may be breaking the law. The HKMA also emphasized that crypto firms, which are not banks, are not supervised by central bank. Therefore, funds placed within the so-called crypto banks are not protected by the region's deposit protection scheme. The central bank reminded the public that it is unlawful for individuals or businesses other than authorized institutions to use the word bank in their company names or descriptions. Facilitating the taking of deposits without a proper license is also a violation of the law. It's unfortunate that the world we live in is such that anything and everything seems to be a violation of the law. We'll just have to wait and see how this plays out in the long run, because I don't think banks will make it into the new future that's coming for us. Thank you for staying till the end of the video. Please like, share and subscribe. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.